bad news for all of you. You're all being cheated. You're all being cheated of your hard-earned money every day. What do we mean by this? The kind of financial products that are being sold to you on an everyday basis, whether it's by a local IFA, whether it's by a bank RM, whether it's by a typical wealth manager, are not the best products that you should be buying. And this is a fact of the industry that everybody in the industry knows, nobody wants to talk about. Every 6 months, you'll be asked to change your mutual fund portfolio because the market is not behaving appropriately for what you bought just 6 months ago with a lot of confidence. And this is not benefiting you, it's benefiting the person selling this to you. On the flip side, the rich are getting richer. And there's a reason for that. Because they are the ones who have access to some of the smartest advisors, the smartest teams that know where the market is, how to think about long-term investing, and how to make sure your portfolio is healthy. Not in the short term, but over the next 10 years, 20 years. We looked at this problem statement at Cube as a team, and we said, this doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right that there's a whole middle class in India, white-collar people who go to work every day, spend 2 to 3 hours in a train, in a car, to earn a living, and yet they are the ones who are not on the right track for their financial future. Along with this came a significant moment in my personal life, and that was when the last company I founded, Citrus Payments, was sold in 2016. And what happened that time was suddenly all these magic doors opened up, and I had all these wealth managers come in and say, can we help you make more money? Right? And at that point I was 43 years old, and my first thought was, where were you for the first 40 odd years of my life when I actually needed money, not managing money, but making money? So we took that input, we started understanding what these managers were offering that was a secret from everybody else. And we said, this is incredible, this world. And why is this world not available to the everyday person? For a very, very simple reason. The economics don't work out for those high-end wealth managers to offer those services at a much smaller investment size. They can cater to you when you have above 1 crore to invest. They can send a team member for a 1-hour chat over coffee discussing the state of the markets. But if you have 10 lakhs, and 10 lakhs is a lot of money, hard-earned money, it's just not worth it for them. So what we've built now, along with them as partners, we are not a robo-advisory. Cube Wealth is a wealth creation platform that works as a combination of well-designed technology, design thinking, and human advisors who have a long track record of producing incredible returns for their customers. And we've combined the fact that they can't afford to send people out with the power of technology to say, how can we take care of the human process and automate it, but still keep those high-end customers, those high-end research and the value that you are giving a Bidla or a Godrej family, and make it available to everybody. The second part of the service we realized is we have to make it super simple. Finance and numbers and maths scares a lot of us. And Wall Street loves to take advantage of that confusion by throwing ratios at you, graphs at you. So our simple tagline is superb advisors, simple app. Let's take a quick look at the app. So this is your opening view of Cube. And just think about any other service you've used in the banking sector, etc., of what you typically see at opening. So that's too overwhelming. We want somebody to log in with Touch ID, we do 3 levels of security, and just see how much money do I have today, right? How am I doing? You want to swipe, you can see, how much is your liquid fund doing? It's a much better alternative to your bank account. Right now, this is my live data showing today, it's 7.57%. The markets are bad, I need to know about it as opposed to operating blind. I'm getting minus 3% in my mutual fund. I want to know this. Let's say I want to go to the next level of detail. All I do is I tap on my Cube, and for each of the asset classes we have, you can see simple data, how much money do I have in it, what's my profit and loss. Because as everyday customers, we don't need a money control. We don't need complexity. We just need to know how much we're making. Tap into equity. And what we pull up is your third level of disclosure, as we call it. And you can see your exact portfolio in equity itself. You can see the advisor's credentials on why you should trust them. Remember, we are the platform, we are Airbnb. We are not the ones giving you advice. If there's a buy-sell recommendation, it comes right here. We build pipes with over 12 different providers. And then you can see your portfolio at any given time. You can see the range of options is shown right here. You can do a personalized portfolio or pick your own assets. You set your preferences. Every month, we remind you that it's time to take action to be a disciplined investor across all these asset types. So in wealth, you see mutual funds, international, equities, P2P, gold, even charity, and advanced investments like debt products giving you 13% as opposed to a bank's typical 4 to 5%. Our equity advisors gave 44% over the last 10 years. Incredible track record, and now we made it available to everyone. So that's Cube, superb advisors, simple app. For a few months, we see the investing style, the philosophy, the customer service before we add it onto the product itself. So we literally put our money where our mouth is. We pick the best ones. It's not an open platform where you can come in and see 50 advisors. That's not simplifying your work. In equity, if I have 2 comparable high-quality advisors, I'll show 2. Today we found 1, so we show only 1. Even a mutual fund, you cannot pick which mutual fund because you're not equipped to pick. If you're smart enough to pick, there are 37 other platforms where you can buy them. Our advisor says, what's your risk level? Based on a risk level, these are the 2 mutual funds. After understanding who the promoters, who the fund managers, the liquidity of the fund house, lots of details that you don't need to care about, and they take care of that. You had a second question, the buy-sell. Absolutely, the platform handles all information movement and money movement for you. But the buy-sell recommendation comes from the advisor through our back-end pipes. You get a notification saying it's time to act on the subscription packet. You tap a button, you're taken to a brokerage via APIs, and we answer that.